What's good, everybody? It's Jordan Pickle. I'm back at it again with another fun video, and today I got my manager, John the Pickle, with me. He really is in charge of all things pickleball. He loves the numbers game. He loves crunching that, and he remembers.
Yeah, I do love crunching numbers. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah,
he loves crunching numbers.
I love business. I love the business of pickleball.
Yeah, tell me about the business side of pickleball, just very briefly. We got to get into our video, but
well, honestly, like you said, it's a numbers game. But also it's good to get like guys like this on your team. Right?
I think I've seen that guy before, right?
Yep.
Very cool. Like I guess
player. I think that's what he's known for, actually.
I can't get too much into your side of the business, you know, and some of the things you've got wheeling and dealing. But today, I thought I'd have you join me for a video I'm very excited about. A video talking about, you know, what is sexy, what is beautiful, what is, you know, thick, if you will. And so today we're going to be talking about some of my favorite and least favorite looking pickleball paddles, and I just want John to be here to give his opinion, to give his views. And so, John, what do you want to start with? I think we should start with a good looking paddle, correct?
No, bring on the ugly ones, man. I want to see the ugly ones.
Well, how about this? We bring on an ugly one to start, and then we kind of set the bar, and then that way you can appreciate the better looking ones just oh so much. And I got a perfect paddle and a perfect example of really what I determined to be an ugly paddle. So okay, we'll start out with a good counterpart. So this, John, is the Pursuit MX 6.0, a pretty good looking paddle, signed, but we all got to remember our roots. This is their latest entry by the company Engage.
Is this
a
good looking paddle or an ugly paddle?
I think this is kind of just an okay looking paddle. But okay, I'm using this as a starting point because I want to show you something.
What makes a paddle ugly or
these are great questions, John. I think this video is gonna answer those. I really don't want to tell you anything. I think this is an okay paddle. Like, this is middle of the line. I don't like all this text. I think it's too busy, but you know, it's not bad. You know, you got the gold and the white. You know, I think this is a pretty good looking paddle, and this year came out. Or 2023 came out by the company Engage. So they did a pretty good job. They have a couple different colors, right? So this is,
yeah. Well, I was gonna say, I really like it. I think it looks good. I like that there's a target on it. It feels like it's built for accuracy. You know what I mean?
I know, right?
It's like, hit that ball right where the target is.
Am I playing pickleball or am I hunting? That's what I always ask myself when I play with an Engage paddle.
Exactly.
You have to remember where you came from. So this is today. This is the past.
Whoa! Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Wow.
Engage on-court EX 6.0, which actually plays pretty good, but it's just hideous looking.
Yeah. Oh, way worse than the one you just showed me.
So first, I just want to give Engage, you know, a definite glow up for the company, because this. So do you kind of understand the difference between what I would call a good looking paddle and what I maybe would determine to not be a very good looking paddle?
Yeah, night and day.
Night and
Black
day.
and white, you know what I mean? 100%.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to go on and we're going to talk about a few good looking paddles here. I don't want to make this video too long, but I think we should emphasize the good looking paddles first, because then once you've seen what a paddle can be, it makes what a paddle isn't all that much more fun. Okay, so I'm going to show you, John, two paddles that I think are pretty similar, but both very good looking. So let's go ahead and share this screen. And the first one here is the Volair Mach 1 Forza edition.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Little tones of blue. I wish I owned this paddle. I do not.
Look at that,
the little blue
on
handle.
The right-hand side there.
Yeah, what is that? What would you call that font? Like Google Chrome?
It's no Comic Sans, that's for sure.
It's definitely not. You even get a little touches of their logo.
Can you imagine a pickleball paddle with Comic Sans on it? Oh my gosh, we need to make custom paddles
that have Comic Sans. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Paddles? But look at the little hints. You got the little player signature. You got the Volair logo in the handle itself.
No, what is that? Is that like a strapping, or what is that?
This is like a grip. But
Volair's
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you overgrip, that'll go over top of that and keep it in place.
Okay.
And similarly, we have the Carbon 1X, almost the same idea. You know,
Oof.
minimal design. I don't think this is as good as the Volair, but I think they're both very, very good looking, minimal designed paddles. And so
Absolutely.
we're gonna go with what could be the opposite of minimal design. What would you think? What's opposite of minimal?
Maximal. So like
Maximal,
yeah.
exactly.
Like just like way too much, like Comic Sans, you know what I mean? Just like
So-
Comic Sans in like, you know,
Yes, exactly. Just
rainbow
like too
color,
much.
you know what I mean?
We're gonna go to a maximal designed paddle here, and that is the Zane Navratil signature. And upon first glance, this might not seem like the ugliest paddle in the world, but it just there's so much going on. Like, oh man, I wonder.
Is that a QR code?
Yeah, it's got a QR code
Why?
on the bottom of it. I don't.
Like, I don't mean to be closed-minded, but why?
Why is there a QR code on the badge? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 logos on the front.
Wow.
His
wow,
Twitter account, his Facebook account.
No, see, actually, I like that.
And the QR code.
As a marketing guy, as a business guy, I appreciate that. And
you know,
basically what that does is it people click on that and it funnels them through.
Probably about 1 million times on the court, I pulled out my camera and scanned the QR code on the badge of someone else's paddle so I could buy it. Like probably 1 million times. So that's just maybe a little too much is going on for that paddle. So that's a paddle that I don't personally love, but it seems that we're at odds.
It's like a literal advertisement. You know what I mean? Like you're holding an advertisement when you're
like watching a video about pickleball, but you're not actually playing pickleball. So we're gonna go through a couple of my favorite good-looking paddles here. We'll go pretty quick on these ones, but I have to give Selkirk a nod. I think out of their lineup, this is their best looking. It's the SLK Paris Todd edition of their 16 millimeter XL.
No, hold on. I'm going to stop you there though.
You don't like it?
Well, it's too polarizing. You know what I mean? One side is a totally different style than the other side.
You're right. This one totally.
Like,
totally
what is that
look.
font over there? You know what I mean?
Paris Todd's logo in the corner here. I feel like it's out of place.
100%.
You know?
100%.
But I like the colors. We overgripped it, but underneath it is a matching, handle. So it's a good looking paddle. Okay. We'll move on. We're going to talk about 2 paddles that I think personally are the best looking paddles on the market. It's company Bread and Butter. They sent me these, and I'm not just saying they're the best looking because of that, but we got the Loco here, which is got McDonald's vibes, got the logo etched in.
Okay.
It's super sick. It's a little dirty right now.
Or is
I played a lot with this.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so it's a little dirty. But and then on the bottom here, you got this little tag and it says "Don't mess with the bowl."
Ooh.
I don't know if I can get that.
I do like that. But yeah, the only thing I wish is that they would have put that little bowl on the other side of, like, on the front face of the paddle. That would have been really nice.
That's an interesting thought, especially when you just said that you didn't like that the last paddle had 2 graphics.
No, I like the graphics. Well, look, that one it was an advertisement, right? But like,
that's true. No, Don't Mess with the Bowl is not an advertisement.
Like,
so
you're like a sticker person. Like, you just like putting stickers on everything, right?
That's true.
Kind of the same thing on a paddle.
This is their second paddle. This one, no overgrip, just as is. It's the Bread and Butter Filth, and it's got this awesome 3D design on it.
Whoa, yeah, that's trippy, man. That's cool.
Made in outer space. Just the logo's there, but it's super low key. So your main focus point is this trippy design. And I think they killed it. I like the white around the edges. I like the Bread and Butter logo. I think it looks clean, plays well. Bread and Butter, not much to say other than really, really good. So we covered some good looking paddles. I got a couple more I want to show you, but let's go back to these not so good looking paddles.
Now, do you own any of these
not so good looking paddles?
Yeah.
I don't own any of these personally, but maybe one day
would that be?
in my dreams. We're going to show you what I call the interesting category, where we're going to look at a couple paddles and go, interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
So the first is the R1 by Rhombus, and really the only interesting thing on this is the logo itself. You want to go take a look at that logo?
Okay, yeah, that's very different. Yeah.
You don't see a logo like that too often.
No.
And it's not my favorite logo.
It's strange. It's just like you don't know what's going on. Is that an R?
It's an R, yeah.
Okay.
And the cool thing is they have the logo as the badge here at the bottom too. So there's no getting away from it.
You know what I mean?
You're gonna see it one way or another. You're gonna see that logo. And yeah, upon first look, this is a great looking paddle. So I really don't have many complaints. But you go from subtle to in your face, right? So this is subtle, right?
Right.
We're gonna go to in your face here. Ready? This is the X-Pack 2-pack pickleball paddle set for beginners.
All right. Wow, that is something.
There's not much subtlety with this one. What do you think?
It looks like somebody just took some toothpaste and just right on the front.
It looks like a mistake, dude. How did they, and talk about branding, they have 5 brands on this thing.
Man, that style really takes me back to the mid 2000s where, you know, every t-shirt somehow looked like that. You know what I mean?
That's true. I could see this t-shirt saying something along the lines of, I sold my sister for video games. And somehow they have the audacity to charge up to $80 for these paddles.
Oh, wow. Would you buy these paddles?
You know, I know someone who had an X-Pack paddle, but it wasn't this one. There would have to be some kind of paddle apocalypse that would encourage me to buy this.
Yeah, that's
even if it played good, even if this was the best paddle on the market, I can't imagine.
To be honest with you, I don't even think I would want to be seen holding that.
I don't. Dang it. In some ways, though, think about this. If you pulled up to a tournament and you're playing with this paddle, not only is it terrible, but 2, it's terrible looking. Like the kind of respect you would garner if you won a game with this paddle.
Oh,
I can't
imagine a pro championship and they're just standing up there just holding the paddle
with a couple of X-Packs.
I didn't want to say this at first, but like it looks like bird poop, dude.
I think we both saw the bird poop and neither one of us wanted to say what it looked like. But this is the birdie poo poo paddle. On this bottom picture, we have a couple like things that really stick out to me, and so I'm gonna try to hover over them. The first is it says whole design pickleballs.
Okay.
What does that mean? And then
what does that mean?
And then look at the resolution of the ball versus the resolution of the guy versus the resolution of the paddle. There's clearly 3 images superimposed upon one another. Like, I don't even know if this guy was ever playing pickleball. Like, this might be a picture of tennis.
Honestly, from a marketing standpoint, I am not.
You're not impressed?
No.
Also, this guy's hand, I think it's broken. Look at his fingers. He's struggling there. On the bottom, look at this. True Flight. They got a plane. Superior Balance. They got the little balance guys.
I can go for that.
Authentic Bounce. They got
it's a real spring.
A spring. That makes me think like we should design a paddle that's like full of springs.
Yeah, right.
Like this paddle is loaded to the brim with springs, and then I got the muscle arm. I understand that. That's pretty cool.
That. Yeah.
But everything else about this, especially the words whole design pickleballs. I don't know. Here's to you, X-Pack. You really did make a special paddle. Someone had to make this image and then upload it to Amazon, and they're like, "This is the one. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one." It was probably the same graphic designer who gave us this. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, 100%. Man, when I'm designing stuff, I just think, man, you know what would look cool? You know what's gonna sell? You know. Or no, maybe he was just out there one day. He was just playing pickleball and he was just holding it out and just some bird poop dropped right on the paddle, and he was like,
"This is the one.
Bro, I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna make millions."
Whoa, look at this. Look how big the paddle is. That's clearly a tennis picture. And they just put a giant.
Oh my gosh.
He put a giant pickleball paddle in his hand. I think that's Jack Sock. I think it's Jack Sock.
You dissect the details like this. Like, so I would never normally like stop and look at that kind of thing, but like
that pickleball paddle would weigh like 3,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Wow.
What is going on here? These are all pictures of tennis players. They're 1 star?
Is there any?
There's only 1%.
Well, let's see him. I like to go for the
broken paddle, incomplete paddle broke.
Oh.
It like snapped.
Real.
Can you imagine showing up with a limp paddle to a pickleball game?
Yeah, you're just like, hey, I'm gonna play.
Paddles are tiny, and they probably thought they were supposed to look like the images.
I just like, there's no comments about the design. You know what I mean?
No one cares about the poo-poo design. Look at this. This is so funny. If you look at the pictures in the ad, each man is holding a paddle. You can tell it's exaggerated and enlarged, not the actual size. So he was expecting like this.
I agree, dude. It's deceptive advertising. I thought I was gonna get a paddle ball 3 times the size of my face.
No one says anything about the graphic. So, I mean, maybe this is my duty to like go and say, this is a poo-poo paddle.
I'm gonna go leave an honest review. You know what I'm saying?
I mentioned a rainbow paddle, and so what I think is probably my 3rd favorite looking paddle. I know maybe I have too high of a rank, but this is a paddle I got just because I thought it looked good, and it ended up, obviously it played good too, but I got this one specifically because I thought it was super fun looking. This is the Double Black Diamond Rainbow Edition.
Whoa.
And I think it's very polarizing, but I think it's really nice. But I can tell that you don't.
Wow. Oh no, I love it. It's great. Yeah. I just love all the lines everywhere.
Yeah, dude, look at these diamonds, you know? It's a little
I think
busy.
it's cool though. Like
They have single color designs. They have a pink one that looks really, really nice. We're gonna go back to the ugly paddle screen because there's a comparison paddle, a whole series of comparison paddles I want to show you. I've never seen it in a million years. I've never seen it anywhere but on Amazon.
Yeah.
This paddle, I've seen tons of people that have this paddle. This is the Z5.
Whoa.
And they have it in every color imaginable.
What?
And
Oh,
honestly,
man.
it doesn't play that bad, but it's the ugliest thing. Even better than this is the sound it makes is like pop. Pop, pop.
I think it has to be like the most off-brand looking paddle I've ever seen. Oh,
This is like a big company. Can you imagine? Like if a whole clan of pickleball people rolled up with all these different Z5s.
I can't.
I think they have
stand that.
3
It looks
inceptions,
like-
it seems.
It looks like the bottom of a skateboard from 2005.
This one has to be the worst because
Yeah,
these other
yeah.
ones, they
100%
kind of
agree.
like they changed their logo here in the background, and then these ones went with like, oh, we got the Nomex core, which that's what I was going to bring up is like this core was kind of new technology when this paddle came out, so they're kind of advertising it, you know? They're like, look, I got the new core. This one, it's like it's got all of them. It's got all the logos on it, just kind of put on top of each other.
Like who could have they possibly hired to do the graphic design for that?
I don't know. I have no idea what they were thinking with this. So I've got one more good looking paddle for you. You might disagree with this one. I think this is the best of the minimal design paddles, and that is the Vatic Pro or Vatic Flash Prism. And I think this paddle just super clean, good looking, simple. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Is it too little for you?
Get more like chalkboard vibes. You know what I mean?
Chalkboard? What?
I don't mean to be mean, but like
it's just too simple?
it just looks like the back of a chalkboard. You know?
There is a problem definitely that carbon fiber does so well because there's a lot of boring looking paddles out there. But I think that like of the boring looking ones, I like the little white touch on the 14 millimeter side here. I like the logo a lot. I have one complaint. I kind of mentioned font. They use this new awesome looking font here, but then they use their old looking font for the logo, and I don't like that. Other than that, you know, I like it a lot. Actually, I go back to it. Maybe this is the best looking of the small ones because at least they added the logo over top.
I
So
definitely like that one. That
it's super good looking. And the don't mess with the bowl. Actually, you're right. You've changed my mind on camera. This is a better looking paddle. So we're gonna go back to ugly paddles. This one is ugly because it is. I mean, that's a terrible way of saying it.
Yeah, I believe you.
But it's ugly because of what it is more than like than the graphics on it, if that makes sense. This is the bird paddle.
What? What? What is
bird-
that?
It's the bird, dude.
What's that thing?
It's a saw, dude. This is the bird grip.
Wow.
Six.
Can
It's
you buy that
handcrafted.
thing? That's crazy.
You know, some people say it plays okay, but you have to like put your
do
hand.
a review of that. That's crazy.
You gotta put your hand through the saw, dude. I think it's supposed to be good for like your joints or something. It's like more ergonomic or something.
Oh, wow. You know what this is like? It's like you had, you know, your standard like automotive industry, gas cars, gas trucks, and then all of a sudden Tesla comes in. They're like, boop, here's a Cybertruck. Like, here's a really weird shape. That's the same feeling.
Here's something. You're right. Who knows? Maybe in the next 5 years, this will be like, we'll consider this good looking, and we'll consider
pickleball, dude.
The other handles.
Haven't accepted it yet.
There's another futuristic pickleball paddle in here that also I think would go under the ugly category because of what it is. But you're right. This might be in 10 years. We might see people
either you
doing
really
this.
hate it or you love it. You know what I mean?
This one I think would be more ugly in my opinion. Whoa. Because this paddle is it's fuzzy. I don't know if you can tell. It's like felt.
Whoa.
And this paddle is like, it's like making a lot of waves right now. There's a new quiet category. Like right here, you can see it.
To be an owl design.
It's an owl, yeah. That's the name of the brand. So good job there.
Oh my gosh.
There's like famous tennis players that are backing this, and like some celebrities. But like, can you imagine being this guy and rolling up with your felt paddle? Like, here's the issue that a lot of people are bringing up, and I think it's really smart. Apparently, it works, and apparently, it plays okay.
It must work if you're selling it.
But like, if you're trying to like play with quiet paddles, one, it requires everyone to have one. So that means everyone has to have a separate paddle. And the argument being made is, wouldn't it be easier if the ball was just quiet? Because then you can play with your same paddle.
Wow. Is it because pickleball's too loud?
Yeah, because some neighborhoods think it's too loud. But like the argument is, why doesn't the neighborhood that has these courts just provide quiet pickleball like balls, and then you don't have to buy any more paddles? So we're gonna finish this off with a paddle you've seen before, but I think I need to update the audience that didn't catch my last YouTube shorts about my favorite paddle. And we kind of mentioned like, what if you rolled up with the X-Pack and won a game? I rolled up to League and was challenged by a good friend to beat him using this paddle, and I did. We won 11-1. This is the
wow.
The
you
Franklin
do those designs yourself?
You can custom design this paddle.
Oh, I wrote my name on it.
And on this side, I got a little star, and I can't remember what this was, like an X. I
thought that was a butterfly. Even cooler.
It could be a butterfly. But the Franklin Challenger is just, it's metal.
Wow, yes.
I don't know why it's metal. It's heavy. It has plastic like rivets. And instead of having, you know, a badge like some of these, it has a sticker that I decided to leave on with all this information on the paddle, because I don't know who this paddle's for. It confuses me more than anything else. It's ugly for sure, but okay, let's just go over why this paddle is so good looking or ugly. It's got an X, but the X has like one line that's whole and then one line that's not.
Interesting design choice.
But then on top, it's got this like crosswalk.
Yeah.
And then it's the thinnest looking paddle I've ever seen. Like, but it doesn't aid its performance. It's boldly stating that it's made in China right there.
Yeah.
This weird like square handle, like not, I guess, rectangle, but
yeah,
it's so bizarre.
As you're pointing out all of these unique features, I'm starting to realize how premium of a product this really is, you know?
The $18 price point in Canada dollars was maybe too low. This, I would say I'd pay up to $400 for this paddle.
Make it 500, sir.
One day they will be bidding on Franklin Challengers for private collections. Mark my words. This will be the same situation as the bird paddle. You know, this is the future. Look how shiny that paddle is.
Yeah.
Like you can see my reflection in it.
Exactly. Yep. It looks like the ball could just slide right off to the side.
The ball could slide into the next court. It could slide into the next century.
It could slide into the next dimension, dude.
Well, John, thanks for being here. I hope this opened your eyes to the world of pickleball and really just the sexy attitude of paddles.
Dude, 100%. Like this is just like this is really a breakthrough for me. You know what I mean? I just like I never knew it was possible, and now I have been enlightened.
For you, I don't know, you don't have to do this, but I want you to design your own pickleball paddle, and then you can show me it.
Yeah,
maybe we could do a follow-up video of where we design our own best looking
Comic
paddles.
Sans font.
Okay.
Initially, that's like my first go-to. So I want a Joker paddle.
A
You know the Joker, from Batman.
Oh man, that would be. I don't know if that would be sick, but it would be something. Paddles,
you know what I want to do? I want to make
with
a
holes in them.
That's just the ball. You know what I mean? Just like made into a paddle.
They have like the little Franklin. What's that guy called? This is the Franklin Sweet Spot Trainer paddle.
Oh, look how long the handle is, man.
Like, look at that. Like, it's pretty good looking, you know?
I don't know.
But, you know, that's the world of pickleball for you. You know, hopefully this was eye-opening. Hopefully you as an audience enjoyed this. I know usually you guys just want to see broken, illegal, thermoformed, delaminated paddles. But, you know, sometimes it's just good to look at a paddle and say, wow, this paddle really makes me feel nice about myself. We want everyone to feel good about pickleball, and we think it's a fun way to express yourself, even if yourself is a saw paddle, even if yourself is an X-Pack. We still like you, and we want to play some more pickleball with everyone. So thank you guys. We appreciate it. Thank you, John, for being here. I couldn't do this pickleball world without you.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. It was a pleasure to be able to just see all the crazy cool designs.
Yeah, of course. And we'll see you guys in the next video. God bless.